Well, the epidemic started in this area, we think, probably in the late 90s. It was localized. It was in areas, Grand County was particularly hard hit. Nothing unusual to have mountain pine beetle and lodgepole pine, so you know, we tried to do the public education thing and treat as we have in the past. This epidemic, though, was unusual, and it expanded rapidly after a period of drought. So we kind of, overused term, but it's true, a perfect storm. We had drought, we had old trees, dense stands, very homogeneous across the landscape. All those things kind of came together and created what turned out to be this really historic epidemic. We just don't have any science that shows it ever happened before. In fact, when you pan out the satellite photo, it stretches from southern Colorado to northern British Columbia. So it was an enormous event. We're still absorbing what it is. We're now probably past the peak in this area, but we're going to be dealing with the aftermath for years. This is lodgepole pine. It was removed off the hillside, and it's been infected by the beetle. And pretty much we can tell that driving by at 60 miles an hour because of these things. They almost look like someone stuck popcorn on the tree. It's called a pitch tube. It's the tree's natural defense, putting sap out, trying to drive the beetle out while the beetle's trying to get in. In this case, and they swarm attack. They have a strategy involving pheromones and all sorts of stuff. They swarm attack the tree, and they overcame this tree's defenses and killed it. The beetles carry fungus on them called the blue stain, and it stains the wood. That's the only thing it does, is it discolors the wood. It doesn't affect the strength of the wood. It is thought to help kill the tree, and it definitely helps the beetle.
We have an opportunity to turn this natural disaster into something positive by doing the work of Mother Nature, isn't it, John? Of helping reduce fuel loads, creating more diversity in our forests, and then I believe by doing the smart and the right things, we can take this biomass that's in the lodgepole forest, turn it into commercial products, including energy products. But it also has applications in furniture, and fence posts. There's a lot of creativity that's been brought to bear, but the sheer volume of it means we probably have to use it for energy purposes as well. And there are a lot of new technologies that are coming to the fore. Some of them are old technologies that are getting a new application, like wood pellets. As we figure out, wood is the most renewable resource we have. It's carbon neutral. You can use it to create electricity. You can create it to heat and actually cool buildings. That's not quite a big a challenge in the mountain communities is cooling buildings. And increasingly we may be able to turn into a liquid fuel as well. But the key in the end will be utilizing the private workplace and turning loose the private sector to find uses for the material. We're very clear that government can provide the incentives and in some cases the subsidies, but it's the entrepreneur, it's the small logger, it's the furniture maker, and it's some of the people who are coming to the forefront with new technologies to turn biomass into liquid fuels that are going to really create this future. But I want to just acknowledge the Colorado State Forest Service and John himself for the creativity and the foresight they've had in maximizing the dollars that they've been granted to keep people employed, in some cases create some jobs. And really that's been my focus, is that this is about creating jobs in the 21st century that keep America strong, keep our economy on its feet.